Hey guys, it's TF Now. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing another action figure review. This is going to be of the Bandai Tamashii Nations S.H Figuarts Dragon Ball Super Hero Ultimate Gohan figure, which is the figure out of the new superhero S.H Figuarts figures that I've been most excited for. Been really waiting to see Gohan in action again. I've not been spoiled on the movie yet. Hopefully he's really good in it. One thing I'm disappointed about though is that a bunch of accessories for Gohan are locked off behind the premium Bandai exclusives Gamma 1, Gamma 2. I've heard people's opinions on why they don't mind, though, with that entire situation. I totally understand. Me personally, I still think it kind of sucks. But the good thing about this figure is that even though it's basic, it's not going to break the bank. This thing was a little bit over 40 bucks, including shipping, when I got it from Amiami, which is about the same price as you'll get it on Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. Anyway, enough rambling. Let's take a look at the packaging, which is pretty standard for SH Figuarts. Top half here, you can see the figure in the box. You do see where it says SH Figuarts on the top left. It's actually in gold lettering right there, as well as where it says Ultimate Gohan. Looking really nice, actually. Figure, an image of the figure on the right, I should say. Bottom half here, Tamashii Nations quality sticker, as well as the Toei sticker. The Dragon Ball Superhero logo, Ages 15 and up, Tamashii Nations and Bandai's logos and whatnot. On this side here, it just says Ultimate Gohan Superhero right there. And then towards the bottom, it says the same thing as well as SH Figuarts. On this side, you get to see some images, some of the different features and accessories of Gohan. On the top here, that's just one of the alternate faces being shown off. And on the bottom here, you see another alternate face as well as SH Figuarts Ultimate Gohan Superhero right there. Here's a wide shot of the back of the packaging right there. When we zoom in a little bit, you get to see all these nice poses, as well as some of the different accessories being shown off there. And here's the bottom half here that does have the barcode casing in, as well as it says toward the bottom right, Bandai Spirits. Let's go ahead and get this figure out of the packaging. Here's Gohan out of the packaging. Very awesome figure. My particular figure, and I don't know if it's going to be like this with anyone else's, I don't know if I have nitpicks, but there's some things that I feel are kind of weird that I'll talk about when we look at the actual figure. For now, let's take a look at the accessories, then we'll take a closer look at the figure. As always, these figures come with instruction manuals. As you can see here, it goes over how to use some of the different accessories, how to interchange parts, as well as potentially rubbing off of some of the paint on the figure. These are usually pretty helpful instruction manuals to look over. Other than that, these are the rest of the accessories that this figure comes with. A few hands as well as a couple face plates. Again, pretty basic, but it is a cheaper figure. Here is a grit teeth angry face for Gohan. This one looks really awesome with some paint in the eyebrows, above the eyebrows actually. And the actual paint on the eyes and the eyebrows looks really good with all that nice printing and the paint and whatnot. And then we do have some nice paint in the teeth, where you can see the separation of the upper and lower set of teeth there. With that black line looking really nice. A little bit of a, well, whatever's going on with the wrinkle around his mouth right there. The ears are actually nicely sculpted too, and you have these parts of the sideburns sticking out. And there is no paint splotching. There was a bit of a black speck on top right here on the forehead. I was able to scratch it off a little bit with my thumbnail. It's not perfect when I look at it in person, but it's much better than it was before. Then we have the open, screaming mouth, which this one looks good too. You have the nice tongue, the paint and the tongue there looking really nice. I do also like, pretty much similar to the face I just showed off. The paint in the above the eyebrows is like a little bit darker, like almost a tan color that they're using to, really bring out the sculpted line in there. So all of that looks really good. Some wrinkles around the mouth where he is screaming, and the white of the teeth and the color, the purple and red dark colors in the mouth. All of that looks good. Doesn't blend in too much where it looks sloppy. So that's sick. We do have some hands that sometimes, I believe these are, I don't think these are reused from Goku, but Goku does some of these things, as you can see. Some of the other characters too. You have the index and ring finger and thumb sticking out here as if he's getting ready to fight. It's very basic when it comes to the paint apps. In fact, I don't really think there's many paint apps. It's mostly molded in the skin tone, but it looks really good in the fingernails too. You can see those right there. You have these more slightly clenched finger hands. You can see the nice detail in the fingernails again. There's the inside of the palms with some nice detail in there too. Again, not really any crazy paint going on there, but the detail I think is good enough for what it's trying to do. And then these more extended finger hands when he's maybe using like blast effects and whatnot. These look really cool too. See the palms again. some of the, whatever these creases are. I don't really know the anatomy of what this is supposed to be for my finger. The knuckles, I guess. But then the top of the knuckles, all that looking really good too. And then again, fingernails, all that looks really nice. So the first thing I want to bring up about this figure is, I don't know what it is, but I think the head either might look a little too small, the face might look too small, or I think the neck might be a little too wide. I don't know. There's something about it that's a little off to me, if I'm being honest. I don't think it looks god awful. And I mean, I looked at some images a minute ago of what Gohan looks like in the movie. I don't think his neck is supposed to be this wide. This head does pop off pretty easily. So, I don't know. I can't really tell if it's accurate or not. In some angles, though, I can't notice it, and I don't think it looks too bad. So, yeah. Right now, I'm not going to complain about it too much, but in some angles, it does look a little weird. This is the neutral face he comes packaged with. It's nice. It's pretty consistent with the faces where you have these scrunches around the above the eyebrows with nice paint in there. Pretty nice paint in the eyes and the eyebrows, so that way nothing looks like it's splotching or anything. It's all pretty clean. Black line in the mouth right there. Looking pretty good. Take a look at actually the hair first. I got to mention. Really nice and spiky. The paint going into the black here. Looking really nice. I actually can't tell. I think there might be some layers of paint. If not, it's molded like this. But the way it's molded, it actually looks really good, except a lot of Tamashii Nations figures, you can tell, they have these, like, whatever these are. I guess they were getting cut off when they were, getting off the assembly line, which if you detract for a second, if you hear my neighbors upstairs, I do apologize. I don't know why they're stomping so loud, but I can hear them pretty loud. Anyway, the lines that you see in the black and the hair and the spikiness, all that looks really sick. You have some nice muscles in the neck. He is very muscular. You can see some muscles in the chest too. All those come through really nice. His outfit is really sick. It looks like some paint variation in the outfit where it's like light purple going into dark purple. But it just feels like it kind of stops, and then I wouldn't say they gave up at some point, and they just stopped from like a stark contrast between dark and bright purple. But I mean, I don't know. There's something around here that doesn't look right when it comes to the dark and light purples in there. And who knows? Maybe there's just something wrong with the plastic on here to where there's actually no paint apps or shading, and that there's something looks brighter than it should be. But I'm pretty sure, because the instruction manual says that you can rub up some joints, there are some paint applications up in here too. Now I believe there might be some paint apps, but mostly this molded color of the skin tone for the arms, and all this looks really good. The muscles in the arms looks fantastic, I think. That's what the back looks like. Forgot to mention it's just mostly some standard, wrinkles and whatnot. There's not much detailing besides the front wrinkles on the shoulder pads. I forgot to mention the arm bands. All those looks really sick, and he comes packaged with the fist, of course. The fist looking really cool. You can see the fingernails on there too, so all that looks nice. There's what the other side looks like with these arms. There's the inner arm for the biceps. Yeah, all that looks sick again. Even the way that they sculpted the elbow right there, where it's kind of sticking out, and you can kind of see the joints to where it looks a little weird the way that elbow looks, but you bring it down like that and it's looking a little bit more natural, like how an elbow is supposed to look. So I actually dig that a lot. You have some creases in the red or on the belt here, which is a looser piece, but by no means can you really take it out. Lots of creases around the pants, mostly in the crotch area, and some in the back here too. I feel like there might be actually a little bit of shading in the pants around here, but it's either so subtle that I can't tell, or I'm just crazy and there's no shading. I'm not entirely sure. When I move the joint though, it looks like there's some a slightly brighter purple compared to a darker purple. That's what it makes me think that there's a little bit of shading going on in here. We do get some pretty baggy legs right here. I don't know if these upper legs, I have the newer Goku here. I don't know if these upper legs are reused. They are not, because of how this upper leg crease looks compared to this. So usually, I mean, unless it's the same character like all those different Gokus, a lot of the time those Gokus will use the same body, but really no reuse on Gohan here. Pretty sure this is a brand new sculpt. It looks like there's some shading in the knees a little bit as well. And there's a little bit of some sculpting of some bagginess in the back of the knee too, where the joint is. We get down to the pants. They're cuffed off right here. Looking really nice. And his shoes look good. I don't think there's great amounts of paint in there, unfortunately. But, I mean, the actual sculpting looks nice. There's nice wrinkles. You know, cut off around the ankle there. All that wrinkling looks really sick, actually. There's not really anything on the bottom of the foot, though. Or the feet, I should say. I will do a quick 360. Yeah, this body mold, I really dig it. I think that most of it came through nice. Just mostly, in some angles, the neck looks a little too big or the head looks a little too small. This thing is really sick, though. Before I get into articulation, I want to do a quick head swab. Yikes. I have a great Saiyaman figure as well as an SDCC 2019 Ultimate Gohan I have not opened, so I don't know what those heads are going to look like on this guy here, but this Super Saiyan Gohan head. On the body, yeah, it doesn't fit on there because one, the neck is too wide, and two, the head is going to look too small. So that is unfortunate. If you're, not going to do a third party like Demonical Fit Gohan headset or faceplate set, you'll have to get Gamma 1 and 2 from Premium Bandai. Anyway, pretty standard articulation with S.H. Figuarts. You saw that ball peg earlier. The head, and it's also, articulation in the body, so it allows it to go up a little bit. So it really doesn't want to go up that much right now. But the down motion is really good. Side to side, no problem. Decent tilt already by the head itself. You get a little bit better range of motion when you're posing it around, but really it seems like the neck torso joint really wants to only go forward and back. We do have slightly butterfly joint arms that can pivot. Actually, these are actually decent pivots when you move these around and maneuver it a little bit better. The back motion is actually pretty sick. Front motion, for some reason, I don't know if I'm doing anything wrong, but it's not the greatest right now. The arms can go out that far, though, so that's really good. They drop down a little bit like this. The arms do go all the way around. They do swivel at the upper bicep, and we do have double jointed elbows. Standard wrist articulation where it swivels here, hinges, and also swivels at the actual hand. And then you can make it go up and down instead of in and out too. Ball jointed waist that can slightly swivel a little bit. It's mostly meant for forward and back and a little bit of tilt. But we have much better articulation at the actual waist here. So you get better rotation. Side to side is not amazing, but you do have pretty good back and forward motion. And again, swiveling is nice. Legs can go forward that much when you kick them out, which is pretty nice. Not really back at all because the way the butt is sculpted. We do have perfect splits though, so that's sick. Upper thigh swivel here. We do get double jointed knees. Swivel here at the boot. The up, or the down actually is not amazing. It actually is not too bad. The up could be better. It has ankle rockers. These are ankle rockers. They do look a little bit more like the Toy Biz traditional ankle pivot that just goes side to side, but there's the ankle rocker in there. And then we do have toe hinge. Before we do size comparisons, one thing I was concerned about the new superhero figures that they looked a little too CG-ish, like that art style that they're using, and it wouldn't fit in with the rest of your figures. Here's a close-up of what it looks like with the Saiyan raised on Earth version of Goku. I think they both fit together pretty well. It looks like Gohan would fit in with the rest of my Dragon Ball collection, so that's good. Anyway, you can see what Gohan looks like next to Goku, which Goku looks a little bit shorter. That's probably because of the hair. I believe they are scaled properly with each other. Right next to him on the left, that is at the brand new S.H. Figuarts Naruto, which I still think is a little too tall. Left and right on the far sides, we have Marvel Legends and Black Series figures, which are going to be a little bit taller. Overall, very happy with this figure. Nice to have Gohan in the line again. I really had a lot of fun with this figure. The biggest thing for me, though, again, is that the accessories that are going to elevate this figure to be even more awesome are locked off behind two action figures from Premium Bandai that are going to cost you about $150, $160 plus. when you buy them both. You guys are probably sick of me complaining about that, so what I will say is that this figure will probably be about 80 to 90 bucks if it came with all those accessories. I can guarantee you that. Maybe a little bit of a stretch there, but still. It's nice to have an affordable Gohan if you just want to have a basic figure here. It's really great when it comes to articulation, really awesome mold and sculpt. The accessories that it does come with are really sick. Some of the paint, I wouldn't say it's lackluster. I just can't really tell what is shaded and what isn't. I guess that could be a good thing, so that way everything blends in together and you just can't tell. But the biggest problem for me is mostly that I think the neck is a little bit too wide. But if that's my biggest complaint, then hey, this figure is an overall solid piece here. I'll leave links down in the description below where you can hopefully try to order it. Right now, it's pretty sold out in a lot of places until it restocks probably this fall. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Comment down below what you think about the figure, what you think about the review. Leave a like, share amongst your friends. Follow me on Instagram for more content over there, and I'll see you guys later.